Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, we are going bold on the eyes today. Yes, we are doing some turquoise eyeshadow today. And I've got my blue nail polish on, my turquoise tank top. I mean, you know, we are just going all out. So you may wonder, why would I pick turquoise? I wanted to put together this look for you. This is what I do when I want to wear a turquoise or a blue eyeshadow look, and I don't want it to look too crazy. So you may be thinking, well, I don't know, do I have many turquoise eyeshadows? Okay, let me just show you a couple of eyeshadow palettes. This one is by Pure, bright turquoise. The Too Faced Bonbons palette, little deeper teal, but you got it right there. The Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate palette, I don't have that here close by. That has a turquoise. This little Winky Luxe palette, turquoise. You get my drift. So I decided it's time to figure out a way to wear this and to share that with you and hopefully give you some inspiration. So today I am using the Dream Street palette by Kathleen Lights. This is a beautiful high quality palette, but we are going to be focusing mostly on this color here. So if you want to see how I got this look and find out how you too can use your teal and blue eyeshadows in a little more wearable way, yes, dramatic and glamorous, but still wearable, then just keep on watching. I've already applied my primer. I used the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and this is the color Fix, and it just provides a little extra coverage, hiding some of those veins that I have on my upper lid. I think that's important, especially when working with blue and turquoise eyeshadows. Now I'm just gonna go in with a matte shade that's close to my brow bone, and this is the color Full Zip from ColourPop. The palette I'm using today doesn't have a matte brow bone highlight shade, so I'm just gonna quickly dust this on, kind of set that primer and provide a little easier blending base for us. Now the first shade I'm gonna go in with is this peach color right here. It is called, I think, Magical or Stardust. ColourPop like switches their color names. So anyway, if you have this palette, it's the peach color, and I'm going to use the Morphe M504, and going to put this pretty high in the crease, blend it up towards the brow bone highlight there. Now in a Morphe M433, we're going to go in with the shade that's right next to it. It's kind of a cooler tone brown, but just a little bit deeper. Provide just a little more dimension here in the crease. And I know we're doing a teal eye look, but trust me, if you go in the crease with some more neutral leaning shadows, that's what I think makes it a little more wearable. And then I'm going to go ahead and build up a little more color in the outer corner. I'm first going to go in with this warm shade right here. And this has a little more kind of orangey base to it. I love warm orangey tones with teal. And now for our fun shade. Now, if the palette you're using, the teal or the blue, is a little less pigmented, you might want to go in with a colored base first. But I think this one is pretty pigmented, and so I'm going to just go straight in with the eyeshadow. And you can see this is just a beautiful green turquoisey color. It does have little hints of a black base in there, which I think kind of makes it work a little better for me personally. So I'm going to go in this flat shader brush. This is the E60 from Sigma, and you can see this just has immediate full-on color payoff without a colored base underneath. Kathleen Lights, who created this palette, did a phenomenal job with these shadows. And you can see I'm covering most of the lid, but not going all the way into the inner corner and not going quite all the way to the outer corner. So we're covering probably 3/4 of the lid, but not the entire lid. And I'm keeping this right below the crease. Okay, so as you can see, I've progressed along pretty far with this eye, but I wanted to do a little bit of testing and my theory proved true. So the trick with these turquoise shadows is you really want to keep them out of the crease unless you want the whole look to be taken over. So because I wanted to keep that crease color warm, it's really important to keep that teal color below the crease. Don't try to blend that teal color in the crease. So what I did is I'm going to go in now with this matte teal color, and I need a little more control. So I'm using a smaller-ish pencil brush, whatever size you have. This is the C317 Deluxe. I think this is like a crown brush or something. But I'm going to go in that deep teal and just place this overlapping the edge of that shimmery teal shadow. But I'm not taking this all the way to the outer corner, and I'm keeping it below the crease. So I'm doing this step to darken the teal shade, but to keep from bringing that shimmer shade all the way out. Now I'm going to go in with this deep dark brown color on that same brush, wipe it off very well. And again, I'm patting this right in the outer corner. And I'm just barely touching this right into the outer corner of the crease, but I'm not bringing it over. And again, just build up that color. Now I'm going to go in with a slightly fluffy brush. This is the Morphe M506, but still very small. You want something you've got control with. And I'm going to just lightly touch in that dark brown and blend right here at the outer edge, being careful not to bring that teal shade up into the crease. And now to further blend the crease, I'm switching to the EB09, I think, yes, from Sedona Lace. And I'm going to go into that warm terracotta color. And I'm going right on the edge of that brown and through the crease, but again, being very careful not to bring that teal shade up into the crease. And then I'll go back to my pencil brush and just tap around the edge, make sure we've got enough of that brown shade. And then one last time with our fluffy blending brush around the edge. And then you'll probably need to go back and just add a touch more of the shimmery turquoise color right on the middle of the lid. This time I'm not bringing it quite so far out. And then I'll go back one more time with our little brush here. We just want this edge to right to the edge of the crease to be real soft. Now for the inner corner, I want to have a little bit of fun here. This shade has a slight little duochrome. I don't know if it's picking up on the camera, but I want to add a little bit of this here in the inner corner. You could go with a straight up just shimmery highlight. A nice champagne color would be beautiful as well. I'm going to take this right in the inner corner and then overlap that teal slightly. This just makes it so there's not a harsh drop off of that teal straight to pale white. Okay, and then just because I kind of feel like these looks need a little extra darkening along the lash line to make your lashes look extra thick. Unless you're going to apply false lashes, you could skip this step, but I'm going to now apply a very thin line of liquid liner. This is a trial size, but this is the IT Cosmetics Superhero Black Liner, and I love this. I think it is so good, and it stays put, and in fact takes a little work to get off at night. So, but it's super smooth. The brush is very flexible. Really get a nice fine line, or as thick as you want. So I did do a little bit of a flick out here. And then, like I said in my last tutorial where I used the teal shadow under the lower lash line, I like to put a little something in my waterline just to create a little more of a border between the teal colors and my eye color. So I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Waterline Pencil in the color Rail, which is a deep chocolate brown. Almost looks black. And I'm not going to take this all the way in, but really sticking close to the lashes. And then below the lashes, I'm going to go in with this warm terracotta eyeliner. This is the color Torch by Urban Decay. And I'm going to use this a little bit more like a base for our lower lash line eyeshadows. So I toyed with the idea of doing turquoise down here as well, but I kind of like to change it up. If I'm going to do turquoise on the upper lid, I usually do more of a warm brown below the lash line. And then going in with a flat definer brush, I'm going to go in first with a little bit of this warm terracotta color right over it, just to set it. And we are going to clean up under the eye, so I'm going to be a little messy with this and clean up later. Wipe off that brush, go in with a little bit of this dark brown, and I'm going to set this right on top of the lash line just to help blend that waterline pencil into our lashes. And then finally, taking this little e.l.f. pencil brush, I'm going to go back in with that first shade we used in the crease and just blend that color a little more. Okay, I cleaned up under the eye, added concealer, which is really important when you're doing blue or teal because you want to make sure there's no blue shadows below your lash line. So obviously added some mascara. Now I'm just going to go back in and add a little more highlight under the brow bone. This is kind of a pearly finish eyeshadow. And I'm just going to take a small shader brush and just going to go right on the edge of the tear duct. And then add a little bit of this under the brow bone. So you know me, I usually don't like a real shimmery brow bone, but this just has a nice little hint of a glow. Now it's time to finish up the face. Obviously, I have all my foundation and everything on, but now we need some bronzer because we don't want the cheeks to be too colorful, but I do feel like when you have a dramatic eye like this, you need some color on your cheeks. So I'm going to take this Sedona Lace 919 brush. This is just the bronzer shade, and I'm going to apply this on the tops of my cheeks, ridge of the nose, around the forehead. And bronzer, remember, is to be placed everywhere kind of the sun would hit. So it's not contouring, although it does kind of help provide some structure to your face. Think of this more as giving your face a healthy, sun-kissed glow. And then I am going to add just a slight bit more structure under my cheekbones with this Tarte, where is it? Here. the Tarte Hamptons Weekender palette. And this bronzer shade I just love. It's called Farmer's Market. I don't think they sell this separately, but it is like my perfect contouring shade. And then, like I said, on the cheeks, I want to keep it pretty neutral, but I still want some color there. So I'm using, if I can get it open, the Bare Minerals. These are their new blushes. This is Gen Nude in the color Let's Go Nude. And I'm just using this Morphe brush to apply just a little bit of this to the cheeks. For highlighter, I decided to go with my old favorite, Mary Luminizer. This has just that golden champagne color, which I think goes really well with this eye look. Ooh, a little carried away there. And then for lips, finally, I'm keeping it very nude, using the NYX lip liner in Vanilla Sky, adding MAC Creme de Nude lipstick, and then topping that off with just a little Sugar lip gloss. And here is your finished look. I hope this gave you some inspiration, maybe some courage to try some of those wild and crazy colors, and just to show you that, I mean, yes, it's bold and dramatic, but I don't feel like I'm ready to go to the circus. So I think sometimes you can see tutorials or see eyeshadows in your palette and think, oh, I would never wear that unless I'm dressing up for Halloween. But hopefully with this look, the way it came together, it kind of shows you can have it look kind of more classic and pulled together in the way that we did it with the warm colors through the crease. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that button below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!